There we go. Hi, this is Kendra Luebuga, and today is a Monday, and it's after school right now, so I'm feeling a tad bit rushed, and so I'm going to try and slow down while I'm talking with you. I feel a little rushed because the sun is almost setting. It's nearly 4 o'clock. I think the sun sets around 4:15 now, so the sun is going down, so it feels really late in the day, but I haven't fully worked out what we're gonna have for dinner. I have a cornbread in the oven, but I haven't really thought through much any else. But we just finished up with school, and so I feel like I have just a couple minutes to share and to document where I am with this painting. But first, I wanted to show you something that I think is really awesome that I did this weekend, and that is I've started to ferment garlic in honey. Sounds maybe really gross or really weird, but this is supposed to sit out, and I'm supposed to turn it a couple of times a day for 2 weeks. And then after that, the garlic is supposed to be chewy and sweet, and it's supposed to be really good for immunity, like for when I get sick next time. And I got this idea from watching Chelsea at Little Mountain Ranch. She has a ton of videos, and she does way too many things. I actually get a little exhausted watching her do all of her things, but she has some pretty good ideas that I'm trying out. So garlic, I'll let you know in 2 weeks if it actually tastes sweet after sitting in this honey for 2 weeks. In the meantime, all I do is turn it upside down all day, move it around, and watch the honey move. Okay, so the painting I'm working on right now is this painting. And in my last painting session, I spent quite a bit of time up here and over here, and a little bit of time down here, but really the space up here is what I concentrated on a lot last time I painted, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. In fact, the idea that I had for what I was going to try is not at all how it turned out here. And that's what's really exciting to me about painting. It's what keeps me engaged with a painting, is if I can do something and it isn't working out, and then I try something else, and then it comes up with something even better than what I could have imagined if I had set out to do this in the first place. So at some point, I'm going to figure out how to edit this and cut to another video that shows me in the first pass of painting this piece, and I'll keep on with the dialogue and tell you what's going on. But the short version is that I initially painted the really, really dark bits here, and it tried to create a suggestion of mountains, but it was too much contrast, too much lights and darks. So what I did was I had to come back and make it a lot more soft and less contrasty, so that these parts could really shine. So I came back in with my stick and some gouache, some white, I think it's the zinc white gouache, and went over my very dark and very light bits with the gouache to kind of white it out and put it in a blizzard. And so, yeah, so I'll cut to that other video that is just showing those very strict darks and lights. And then you see here what happened in the end. All right, that's it for today. I'll see if I can make more progress on this tonight. Okay, here we are at my last painting session. Here you can see a very different look to the painting, because this is the point at which I had laid in a lot of Payne's gray, and I had a lot of water, and I was sort of mixing and trying to figure out a way to show the shadows and the snow, to give some kind of feeling of cold and of mountain. But it really wasn't working out, and the contrast in that area was dominating the painting. I mean, it was really sort of overshadowing the part that I was really interested in showing. So as I was letting that piece dry, I picked up my stick. That's my favorite stick. I have a whole collection of sticks that I pick up in the woods when we go for walks. And you can see that I use my X-Acto blade to sharpen it to a point. It's sharp on the other side too, but in a different way. So I have these different widths and pointinesses of sticks. And I just dip it in my watercolor, very wet watercolor most of the time, and I drag it through. Sometimes I will just take pigment, whatever paint color I want, and I just squirt it right on the painting, and then I just drag it through with my stick right on the painting. And other times I will squeeze out some fresh paint and then just dip it into that and drag it through.